Hey, today we're going to learn about photo mechanic a little bit. There's a lot of videos on photo mechanic. Great ones, bad ones. What I'm trying to do here is just make it really, really simple because I like things that are super simple. So I'm going to take my SD card and I'm going to put it into my Mac in the reader. And in a second, it'll pop up. There we go. So part of my workflow has always been that I would just open this, find the folder with whatever job it was I was working on, move it someplace into my pictures, part of my workflow, normal labeling, whatever. And then I would open Photo Mechanic and look into that folder, do my culling, and then I would go on from there. Which I would probably still do it that way. I'm still doing it that way, generally speaking, because I rarely have just one thing on my card, even though I know it's a better way to do it is to always dedicate one card to a wedding or a particular job. Oftentimes I'll have 3 or 4 jobs or something on there. Or I'll just have a bunch of personal pictures. So when you go to Photo Mechanic and launch it, what you can generally do is like, for example, these are all a bunch of different jobs. If I opened it, that's where I put them. I would do the RAWs, double click it, and it would pop up here. It would ingest it, not ingest it, but it would go in there. One of the things that a lot of people would do is they would put their card in after they started Photo Mechanic, and this dialog would pop up. And you would use all these various options to bring the card into your various places you put your work. So you could put on your hard drive, external drives, you make a copy to another drive. You can do all that through all these various options. You can rename the photos as you bring them in. I personally don't do any of that. So here we have our untitled card. And even though I haven't ingested this is just looking at the card. So when I double click this to create a new contact sheet, this warning comes up, and it's basically telling us that whatever we do to it, it can't write it to that camera disk. And it's just letting you know. You can change this in preferences, but I would never change it. I'd like to be reminded that I can't do that, so I just say yes. And when I say yes, it still pulls them in. So what's nice about this is I can real quickly view all of my raw folders or files and make some decisions about what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep. So I can basically still cull. You can still hit T, and you can still go up and view all your tagged photos. So you can still do all that. Go back to all. And after you've culled it, you can move them, or I should say copy them. Normally when you have them on your hard drive, so for example, on here, let's just, I don't know, pick something random like Starbucks. I was testing my camera the other day. So let's say I create a contact sheet with this. You can still go in, and if I was to create a left click, right click, and do a new folder inside this folder, let's just call it test for now. If I grabbed one of these and yanked it over to test, it would actually remove it from the RAWs folder. So now I put in test, and I can take it and just drag it back into RAWs again. So it actually moves the folder, or the file, sorry. When you do it directly from a card, it does not it does not move the file off of your card. So for example, I can't create folders in here. Remember, it told us we couldn't do that. So let's just, for fun, create a new folder inside here. And we'll call this PM test. If I grab any of these and I drag it over, you see the plus? It is only going to copy that folder, that file. If I open that, there's that file. But now it's in two places. So what is cool about this is that I can go in and decide what I want to keep. That you can do this any order you want, but just for right now, we're just going to grab that guy. Nice little sunset. Let's see what else we have in here. And as you open these contact sheets, they stay up here. And you just keep looking through them. Did a lot of testing the other day. It's a bunch of tests. I don't need that one. So let's look at this one again. So like I might want to keep this one. I've got this. So I'll press T, tag those. Probably tag that one. Just doing this very, very quickly. Let's go with this one. Go to view, tagged. And now let's drag these over to PM test. So we have our PM test. We haven't lost any of our other files. They still are on our drive. And now with these here, and they're all the ones that I tagged, I can basically just, and you can put some of the ones on the card over here, some of them, you know, all kinds of different places. You don't have to put them all in one spot. I just quit Photo Mechanic. Love this quote in the middle for those of you. And I can go into Lightroom and from Lightroom, doing a test on a cup, not exciting. Go and find, now it's trying to read my card because it's still in there. Let's just go find where we are. Here's our PM test. Let's just go ahead and make sure we got this all correct. But I should get rid of those. Just import real quickly. And check my card. So it's kind of a fast, easy way to do things. I always build smart previews from the very beginning because I don't keep things on my hard drive. Anyway, so that's how I use Photo Mechanic to cull things quickly on cards that have multiple things on it, and I just want to be able to move them over. I'm actually copying them over and then import them later whenever I want to or however I want to. Works out pretty good for me. So I hope this video helped you, and look forward to providing some more stuff later. Thanks for watching.